Welcome everyone to our first PagerDuty MCP community stream. I'm Rocio, PM of the Forward Deploy Engineering team, and today we're diving into the foundations of our MCP server and some exciting new AIOps tools alongside Jose.
Hey everyone, I'm Jose Antonio Reyes, Forward Deploy Engineer at PagerDuty, and also the platform provider maintainer, which happens to be also the maintainer of the local MCP server for PagerDuty. Back to you, Rocio.
Thank you, Jose. Before we jump in, please drop your questions in the chat as we go. We'll have dedicated Q&A time at the end, but we'll try to address your questions live when possible. So let's start with why we're here. So our community is built on 3 core principles. The first one is shared ownership model. So what we're doing is fostering collaborative planning to avoid duplicate efforts, customer-driven development. We build features that support real business needs first, and then community building, so sharing best practices, use cases, live demos, and AI-driven innovations. Overall, this isn't just about showcasing tools ourselves, it's about building something together that actually solves your operational challenges. Our streams will showcase live coding sessions, demonstrations, real-world use cases, as well as development roadmap updates that will be shaped by your feedback. This stream is the first one of our series, and we'll have the second one on October the 29th, where we will dive deeper on AIOps evolution and status page management tools. So mark your calendars, and to stay tuned on the upcoming events, you can follow us on LinkedIn or subscribe to our community events in the community page. Now, let me ask you, how many of you have experienced in a scenario where you're getting paged at 2 a.m., you need to switch between multiple tools, navigate complex UIs, and manually gather data while under pressure? So traditional incident management creates friction exactly when you need speed and clarity the most. And here is where the MCP eliminates these pain points. So we have a natural language interface, so no need to memorize any complex commands or go through API documentation. You can just ask in plain English. The AI will understand your operational context and history, so those won't be just isolated commands. And here, the key benefit is time savings, right? So by using the AI, we're reducing the number of clicks and navigation time significantly. And finally, it enhances visibility because we have quick access to cross-team incident data and trends without tool hopping. Overall, this isn't just convenience, it's about reducing cognitive overload during high-stress situations so you can focus on solving problems and not navigating the interfaces. Now, let's get hands-on. I'm going to walk you through the installation of the PagerDuty MCP server for both Cloud Desktop and Cursor. And then Jose will dive deeper into the new tools. So we're going to start with Cloud Desktop. So I'm going to open it. And just FYI, we'll need to have our PagerDuty instance handy, so open it in some browser. To set up the PagerDuty MCP, we'll have to make a configuration file. And to do so, we'll first go to our Cloud settings, to the developer view, and we'll go to edit configuration. So what this is doing, it is taking us to that configuration file where we'll change a little bit what's there. All these details are also included in our repository. So if you want to go through this and see how to install it in Cursor, VS Code, or Cloud Desktop, it is detailed here. So you can follow along. Now, what we're going to do is copy from the repository the following configuration. I'm going to do Command C, go back to where it pointed me, so my JSON configuration file, and I'm going to open it with text edit just because it is something that you'll probably have already in your computer. I'm going to paste it, and in this part that I'm highlighting is where we'll need to paste, maybe I'll make it bigger, we'll need to paste our API key, right? Something important to know here is that we have this flag enable write tools, which what it does, it seems kind of obvious, but it enables us to use the write tools of the MCP server. If we don't include this here, you'll only have access to the read-only tools. So important to know that we have it there. Now I have my API key over here that I'm gonna copy. We'll remove everything that was there. Now we're gonna hit save. So I'm saving this file, right? Now we need to restart Cloud Desktop. So I'm gonna quit the app. I'm gonna open it right back. It's back here. So hi, please list the teams in my PagerDuty account. So something is going on. So let's go back to our settings file. Let's see what's happening. Let's copy back the configuration and the API key. I'm gonna hit save again. Let's close this. Gonna quit it and open it back again.
I guess you need to restart Cloud.
Yeah. In the meantime, while it is restarting, we're gonna move forward with Cursor. So the process is quite similar. We have the information here as well. What we're gonna do is go to Cursor. We're gonna go to our settings, tools, and we're gonna add a custom MCP, right? I had something written already, but we're gonna delete it. Go here, copy the configuration. I'm gonna paste it, and I just realized that I have Cloud Desktop already ready for us. I'm gonna hit save here, and I quit this one as well, just in case. Then open it right back. And it should be already configured. Now, for the Cloud Desktop one, this is my bad. I copied the wrong configuration. So we're gonna go back to our developer edit configuration, back here, and this is the one, and I copied the one above. So that's on me, that was my fault. I'm gonna paste it right back, copy my API key here.
Remember to remove the PagerDuty API host too.
Yeah.
Awesome.
And we're gonna hit save, close it, quit, and restart cloud. Let's just make sure we have it. Go back into my settings. I'll see that we have the PagerDuty MCP already. So, hi, can you please list the teams in my PagerDuty account? This is just one command, but there are multiples. Jose will dive deeper into this, but you can find them all listed in the repository as well. So here now, like you can see, I have
Awesome.
170 teams. We're gonna stop it just because it's too many right now. But yeah, just make sure you're copying the right configuration, not like I did. So you're learning from my mistake here. Nice. So now Jose will show you the capabilities that we have and the new additions that he has built.
Thank you very much, Rocio. I'm going to start sharing my screen. And now, okay, it should be, should be sharing my screen now. And as part of the new additions to the local NCP server, and by the way, Rocio, that was a very good demonstration on how to set up the NCP server on Cloud Desktop and Cursor. And actually, what happened with the configuration, where you were through the resolution of the settings, that's a very good example for many users of our NCP that might happen to encounter that same issue during their configuration. So great, very good, very good. So as I was telling you, the NCP server just received a bunch of new tools to start managing or adding capabilities for managing AI ops features and also noise reduction features. Those new tools are all this from the are now part of the top of the list of the capabilities available for the NCP server, which covers from the full CRUD for alert group settings, and additionally for reading event orchestration data, listing event orchestrations, and updating and appending rules to an event orchestration router. And these last two tools are very important because the API for event orchestration, since it's support the full CRUD operations, this latter inclusion for the append event orchestration router rule covers the use case when you as a user wants to add new rules but without modifying the already set up rules for a specific event orchestration. This set of tools were included in the latest PR merged in the MCP server repository, which were these two. And now you can access them in any NCP client. Right now, I'm about to use Cloud Code. By the way, this is right now I already have a session started with Cloud Code where let me check is the prompt is available. Okay, it seems like it's working. And after this, I'm going to enter. Yeah, it is working. So let me try the list my event orchestrations. I'm going to say list my event orchestrations. For listing the event orchestrations that I have available in my PagerDuty account, it is making use of the new tool for listing event orchestrations. Okay, I have all this, and let me now test list, the alert grouping settings already set up in my PagerDuty account. This should be able to trigger the use for the tools. Yeah, it is listing alert grouping settings. I have all this in my PagerDuty account. Okay, give me a second. Oh, I am noticing that I am not sharing the MCP client. Give me a second. Give me a second. I'll fix it right away. Okay, check.
Nice.
Now I am. Now I am. Okay, I'll go through this again. Okay, as I was saying, I'm going to list the event orchestrations in my PagerDuty account. PagerDuty account. And next, I'm going to list the alert grouping settings that I have in my PD account. Let me issue this to make it work while I show you the output. This is what you expect to see when you ask for listing the orchestrations. This is the new tool, only available if you download the latest version. That will happen automatically if you are already using the local NCP server. And for the second one, where I asked for listing the alert grouping settings, these are the four alert grouping settings that I have in my account. Now, let me show you something else, which is the new tools supported by the provider, but now I'm showing them in my Windsurf editor when it's much easier to see the full list, where you can see the whole set of 39 tools already built in the Terraform and in the NCP server. And as part of them, we have the new tools for alert grouping should be right here. Okay, here we go. Alert grouping settings, get, update, delete, and for event orchestration, which are these ones. There's something very important with the setup of the NCP server that I want to highlight, and is the use of the enable write tools flag, which at the same time works to describe or to explain why this column of read only exists on the table of capabilities of the NCP server, where if you include this flag in the configuration, the tools with the X at the read-only column will be available. The effect of this is enable the tools that can make changes on your PagerDuty account. Okay, and to wrap up the new support for tools, I like to add that with this new set of tools for AI ops, event orchestration, and noise reduction, now the MCP server has support for the creation of schedule overrides as many other tools that can be reviewed and used as part of the NCP server. Right now, we want to introduce teammate of ours that want to show you some use cases that some of our customer or many of our customers encounters during the life cycle of incident resolution. So let me introduce to you to Sebastian.
Hey
Please
everyone.
go ahead.
Thank you, Jose. Thank you, Rocio, for this opportunity. And yes, I'm very happy to be here and show you what is the MCP and how we could use it. I'm part of the forward, forward deployment engineer team. Currently, I have to support several customers and different cases. And it's very common for us to see the customers that are working with several monitoring tools. And they need to change a configuration within the monitoring tool, or they have a migration to another monitoring tool, and they don't have the chance to change all the different parts in PagerDuty. So that could cause to trigger many incidents, and that could lead to so many notifications that start paging the different responders along the company and in different scenarios. So currently, I would like to show you that I'm part of a company, and this weekend we did like a migration, or we changed a configuration into our monitoring tool, and check how we could use MCP, because I will share my screen. Okay. So you will see exactly what I'm trying to show. Okay. So okay, I don't know if I'm sharing my screen right now. Well, for the moment, okay, thank you for this. So, as you can see in the left side, we have the PagerDuty platform where you will see all the incidents in the different services. And right now, I have been triggered in different services. So I have so many incidents currently. And these are in the payment service, and these are the team that are working on. And we can go here and we can validate the configurations of this service. And so what we do is to validate the first thing will be, hey, these incidents are similar, are have been triggered once at a time, and all that type of analysis is part of our current workflow, right? But we can also do part of this workflow in our AI tools. And as Jose and Rocio told before, you could use Claude, you could use Cursor, and so many tools that we have available currently. Currently, I'm working with Cloud Code. That is the tool that we use. I started the triage process. So you will see that I listed the incidents in PagerDuty, and Cloud Code asked to execute this tool that is called list incidents. And it found like 63 incidents, and you have the generic information, or the summary of this of these incidents. And And after that I I gave Cloud Call like, hey, we just upgraded our monitoring tool and we are getting flooded with alerts. So help me to understand what's happening. And these are the plan that Cloud Code is generating. And as you can see, the first thing that it is using currently are the MCP tools. So I stopped it right now, but you will see that it's going to create and validate alert groupings, because in the left side, if we go to the PagerDuty service, you will see that we are not using alert grouping. So this is a feature that PagerDuty has, and you can configure it in the services. So when an alert or you receive an alert and you have a similar one, there is a way to understand and correlate those alerts within the same incident. So you won't be page 2 or 3 or many times. Right now, these responders have been paged 60, 50 times, along with the numbers of incidents that have been triggered in the last minute. So to avoid this, we're going to change the alert grouping. And all these steps are going to be executed directly by Cloud Code. And the good thing about this is that Cloud Code also has a capability to handle the errors. So if it's missing some fields, it's going to retrieve it, and then it's going to change and iterate over that. And what is the other thing that we see for customers in these scenarios is that they sometimes they change some things in the monitoring tools, and they use event orchestration. So when you have an event orchestration rule and you didn't change it or updated it along with the monitoring tool, you will have some errors and start creating or suppressing some alerts along with the configurations that you have in that rule. So as you see, Cloud Code is asking to execute more tools, and we are using that, accepting the whole plan to understand what's going on. This could take a couple of minutes. It depends of the complexity, but this is the procedure that was executed. So what was implemented? An intelligent alert grouping. It created 3 services in this. No, it created 3 different alert groupings in the 3 services, affected services. And we can see that directly here. So I can refresh this part, and we should see intelligent alert grouping enabled for 5 minutes and using intelligent content. And we could also navigate to the different services. One is called auth service.
Sebastian,
And sorry, go
could you
ahead.
please zoom in a bit your terminal?
Yeah,
Currently
sure.
hard to read it.
Quiero, sí, por supuesto. No que estaba tratando de hacer una.
Okay.
Recrear los servicios
Yeah.
en el sandbox.
A terminal? Yes.
Yeah, the terminal.
Ah, okay. You meant this one.
No. No, sí, ese error.
No, sorry, we're using the Cloud Code.
Error con el-
Ah,
The
yeah, sure.
font is
It
a
was this
bit
terminal. This one.
small. Yeah, please zoom in.
Ah, okay. Zoom in. I thought that you
Yeah,
wanted
thank
to
you.
get a new one. Sorry. I will.
Dale.
It's the bullet.
Looks great now.
Okay, thank you. Sorry about that. So as you can see, this service also has the intelligent alert grouping, and we can validate the API gateway also. So that service should have that created. So and we go to settings and we validate that information. So right now, anything that is going to be created, or if we have this similar situation, the incidents will be grouped, and we won't see like this number of incidents in the same time. we will see that it's going to be grouped under the same incident or under similar incidents, depending of the alert grouping that you have configured. So that is how we recommend for customers to use it, because right now, and I know that Jose already shared this with you, but I will take some time to review this and how we could, or what we suggest to do with customers. So the first thing is that when you have the alert grouping, it's always important to have the latest version, or to use the most updated fields that you are using in, or you are sending to PagerDuty. Because if you change something in your monitoring tool and you stop sending a specific field, and the grouping is looking for that field, it's not going to be grouping any incidents in the future. So that is the critical one that we have been discussing. But it's also very similar for event orchestration. There are some event orchestration rules that could execute actions and could lead to execute the wrong actions if you didn't update those rules. So, and the good part is that the MCP now can do that directly, and you could use Cloud Code or the AI tools that you prefer. So for the moment, we also have some list users and list services, schedules, and schedules are one of the most complex objects that we have in PagerDuty. However, having AI tools to configure that and create automations using MCP is a powerful tool that we could use, and we always recommend customers to. So yes, this was the main scenario. I don't know if Jose has something to add. You there, Jose? Okay, so in the meantime, while I receive an update from the team, we will check what other things we will do with the MCP. So at least in Cloud Code, you will use slash commands and use MCP. So here you will have a list of the different MCPs, and you can go and edit the tools and validate what are the current tools that you have here. Also, you can select it and check the description and the query model. That will give you another thing. So yeah, I think that's my use case for today. I will go back with Rocio. Thank you.
Thank you, Seba. That was amazing. We're now going to dive into support. So, how to contribute, where to ask questions, how to flag an issue, and request enhancements. So, Jose will lead this part.
That was a very good demonstration of the NCP capabilities. So again, thank you very much. Give me a second. I'm about to share my screen again. I am almost there. Okay, here we go. Okay, as part of the support of the NCP server, we have the intention to accept the community contributions and also to receive your feedback and feature requests through the GitHub issues section, which is over here. You can open a new issue by clicking on a new issue and following any of the already built templates that are available for creating new issues. Additionally, you have the option to report issues, a new use case to be supported in the PagerDuty Community Forum, which is available through this link down here that will open the PagerDuty Commons Forum. This is a very active forum where you will be able to find not only use cases and information regarding the MCP server, but also related with the PagerDuty REST APIs, best practices on PagerDuty, and of course the Terraform provider, which is also a very good and amazing open source project that we support. However, getting back to the MCP server, you can also contribute by submitting your PRs, but of course, it is very important to follow along with the contributed guidelines, which are right here and are available via this link. And the contributed guidelines will describe the situations where it is a good idea to submit a new pull request, like to solve a bug that you may find, or to take the time to send instead of creating a new issue for a feature request, you can work on that feature by yourself, and we will be pleased to review your pull request and guide you through the process until that pull request will be merged into the code base of the MCP server. The creation of pull requests also follow a template. It's very short, but it will guarantee that you will follow the minimum requirements to have a valid pull request, and also more than a pull request that will help you to go through the process and also help us to guide you through the process until your pull request will be finally merged into the PagerDuty MCP server code base. I also want to mention that we have a roadmap planned for features to be added into the MCP server. And for that, I'm going to hand it over to Rocio. Please go, Rocio.
Thank you. So in September, we had some, new enhancements released, which Jose already talked about. And something that perhaps you don't know already is that we released our remote MCP API. So I'm sharing the link in the chat in case you want to check it out. We'll dive deeper into it in another stream. In October, we're moving on with other capabilities. So AIOps, incident insights, status pages, incident workflows, and on-call management. And then in November, event processing and on-call management tools. This is not the only thing that we're doing. We're also adding those community contributions and feedback. And in the upcoming stream, you'll notice that we're adding more things to this roadmap as well. So we'll be announcing those updates in here. And to finalize, we have shared some resources in the chat. We'll link those under the YouTube video as well. Sharing here, and now we're going to move on to Q&A.
Okay. I can notice that previously Jorge asked a question regarding the use of the right tools. And Rosie already addressed the question, but I would like just to complement the response that Rosie sent before, just saying that the use of these right tools flag will enable or disable the tools, which means if you don't pass in the right tools flag, the tools won't be available. They won't be disabled. Sorry, what I mean is they won't be shown to the MCP server. They won't be there. They only will be part of the request to list tools once you set on the right tools flag. Just to make it clear.
Do we have any other questions in the chat?
As far as I know, that was the only one questions that we had in the chat. Sorry.
Yeah, so maybe a small FYI, we are addressing all of your issues that you have flagged, the enhancements, we're taking note of those, replying back, as well as the issues. Jose is making sure he's solving those and notifying you when that's done.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah, so thank you for the contributions. We're hoping this community grows over time. This is just our first stream, but we're going to get better and keep on adding more capabilities and showing more things that you can do with AI and not just the PagerDuty MCP.
Yeah, that's it. We'll keep growing.
Well, thank you, everyone.
Thank you very much. We'll see you on the next one.
Bye-bye.
Bye.